Hello Scorpio, Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the month of April 2025. I do this reading once a month if you've never been here before. I do this reading once a month for every sign of the zodiac, and today it is for you, Scorpio. So if you're brand new and you've never been here, welcome. If you'd like to stay, there is a subscription button down in the bottom right-hand corner, and if you are the ride or die, that's why I do this reading. Thanks so much for stopping in here. Let's find out what's going on for you. We've got a few oracle decks. We're going to throw those oracle decks down for the overall energy for the month, and then we're going to go at it with tarot. If you've been here before, if you're the ride or die, you know how to read already. This first deck is going to be about the overall energy for the month. Tell me about the overall energy for the month of April of 2025 for Scorpio. Security, stability, I like it. You got the root chakra here, the base chakra. So I feel like I want to say for the month of April, steady as she goes. It feels like you're secure. It feels like you are rooted, I want to say, in whatever it is that you're doing, however it is that you're feeling. I feel like it's stable is what it feels like. I like it. Card number 17 is hope in this deck, and card number 17 is the star. That's healing energy. So I feel like that's why we're starting out with this root or base chakra here, is because you, my friend, are going to have a very stable April is what it looks like. Tell me more about this. This deck particularly is going to be for what's out of your control in April, something that you can't control. And so I always say that if it's out of your control, then it should be out of your mind. Something you're going to need to learn to surrender to the universe. Tell me what's out of Scorpio's control in the month of April, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We've got kindred partnerships. Well, you know what? If you're going to have something that's out of your control in the month of April, it might as well be a kindred partnership. So I feel like you will be meeting someone really special. Kindred partnerships usually aren't romantic. They could be, just saying. But, as we look at this picture, it's kind of general, right? We have somebody jumping into the arms of another. This person could be a child. We don't know if they are. It looks like they could be in love. I'm not sure if they are. So platonic or romantic. I'm just going to say that I feel like you're going to meet someone that you are very connected to right away. Someone that you know that you want them to be in your life forever. I have a friend like that. Somebody I just met like 3 or 4 months ago, and I just miss her when she's not around. She's like become my bestie. I really enjoy her company. So I think this is kind of that energy. It could be a friend. It could be a lover. Bottom of the deck, we have deception. I feel like maybe you're telling yourself that there's no hope, that maybe things have been like a rough road for you. Maybe you've had a rough January, February, and March. Maybe you're telling yourself there's no hope. Things are not going to go my way. I think you're wrong. I feel like maybe you're deceiving yourself. I feel like somebody here doesn't want to have hope. So if it doesn't work out, I don't have to be disappointed. This particular deck, I'm going to talk about your finances for the month of April. Tell me about finances for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Scorpio. We've got Awaken. Oh, so it tells me a couple of things. I feel like there's a shakeup coming in your finances. It feels like for some of you, you're going to awaken to the finances. So awaken to maybe a new business prospect. Maybe there's more money to be made, or you're going to start to see things for what they really are and stop overspending, or stop going out, or stop spending too much money. It feels like you are awakening to your finances in the month of April. And so it does feel like there's going to be a clearer view or a clearer vision, like the third eye is opening, and that's when you see all the clarity. When you have the clarity and the contrast comes into sharp, right? We've got gratitude. Okay, so I think that you're going to figure out that you have more than you thought you did once you get it all organized. Let's talk about love. Now, this could be platonic love or romantic love. Kind of have that here, something that's not really within your control, which tells me that the universe has set it up for you. But let's find out what this is. Tell me about love, platonic or romantic, for the month of April. Tell me about Scorpio. We have Not For You. Interesting. We have Treasure Island. I don't know what that means really. Let's get a couple more cards on it here. Not for you. Possibly for some of you, if you're waiting, maybe that connection that you want is not showing up for you this month. Tell me more. You might also get into a karmic connection that you find is not for you. Maybe this person is someone that you don't really trust, or you don't really feel like it's going to work out. Tell me about not for you. We have be open to change. Okay, so that kind of puts a little bit more perspective on it. And it feels like for some of you, you could actually already be in a connection, in a committed relationship, in a marriage. And I feel like you are you're thinking about that now. Is this really for me? That's what it feels like when I say not for you and then be open to change. It says be receptive to new experiences. Change leads to growth. So it feels like somebody who's maybe settling, I want to say. I'm just going to say that there's chess pieces, right? In the center, there's a note on this fortune cookie, and it says nope, is what it says. Card number 6. I feel like it could be somebody here who is already in a relationship, who is sort of looking over it and wondering, is this really for me? Am I really at Treasure Island? We do have an expansion that's taking place, pursuing bigger and better endeavors. When expansions take place, it's because the universe wants you to see things from a wider perspective than you saw them before. Let's look at some tarot, find out what else is going on. Tell me about Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Scorpio, don't forget that private reads are open. If you are interested in a private read, please look in the pinned comment. You can just go there and peruse my pricing if you're interested too. You want to see what you're getting yourself into. Tell me about Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Scorpio. In the month of April, tell me about the base chakra. What are you feeling really sure about? Because I feel like you're going into April. The overall feeling for the month is, I'm solid. I know where I'm going. That's what it feels like here. We've got the King of Cups. Well, there you are. That's your card, Scorpio, the King of Cups. Also, of course, we're in a general reading, so it can be Cancer or Pisces. But that is your energy. We do have the Ace of Swords. I feel like you're feeling secure and safe enough, maybe grounded enough to be speaking your mind in terms of your emotions. I don't think you're going to keep them under the surface this month. You know, the King of Cups is somebody who is kind of stoic and somebody who has emotional intelligence. So although I don't think that you're going to make a big deal of it, I don't think like you're going to lose your mind over something here. It feels like something here that you've been thinking about that you need to express. We need to talk about feelings. You might need to talk about how you feel about something, or it could just be in general. Look, maybe you usually go to that corner store or that coffee place or that bank teller that is rude to you, and finally you're just going to say, you know what? You don't have to be this rude every time I come in. Like, I feel like you're going to speak your feelings in the month of April. It doesn't even have to be in a romantic situation. It could just be in everyday life. Tell me more about this. We've got the Two of Swords, and we've got the Ten of Wands. So I feel like you've realized that you're carrying some energy that you want to release. And I feel the way you're releasing this extra energy that's been making you feel under pressure or pressured, or I'm not carrying the burden of other people anymore, by remaining silent and not telling them how I feel on the surface. The Two of Swords is here, and the Two of Swords is telling me I need to make a decision. Am I going this way or that way? Am I going to stay quiet forever, or am I going to move forward and begin to speak my mind and speak about my feelings? We are definitely in a new moon today. That's what this energy feels like. It feels like new moon energy to me. It feels like somebody is opening a door to something new. I'm no longer carrying these burdens. It's time that I spoke aloud. That's what it feels like here. I'm not carrying this for you anymore. Yeah, just so I can move on here. So this is interesting because the 6 and the 2 of Swords is 8. And so it does feel like you were in a mental prison of the mind. It feels like you were carrying around maybe some financial burdens. Look, you could be in a relationship and maybe you're the one that is saddling all of the, you know, the mortgage, the rent, the groceries. Like maybe you're the one who's paying for everything and the other person really isn't paying for much. I feel like you're no longer stuck. I feel like you're now getting your thoughts out. I feel like there is a little bit of worry, I'm going to say, as you do that, because you don't ever know how people are going to react to the way that you are. But I feel like we end this this part of the reading with this base chakra, the King of Pentacles, right? Someone who is solid and grounded and rooted and moves slowly, and someone who is secure within their material world and within themselves. They are the master of their domain. So I feel like overall in the month of April, it feels like you are feeling pretty good about just telling people how it is. I feel like you're going to give clarity to a lot of people. There's 2 swords is here. So some of you are going to decide to not do it. Look, that maybe this reading is not for you. Some of you are going to decide to say something. And you're no longer going to be... You're no longer going to be quiet about the things that irritate you or bother you. We've got the 9 of swords here, and we've got 6, 7, 8, and 9 swords. So it tells us in the future, possibly, not at the beginning of the month, but maybe closer to the end of the month or maybe in the month ahead. But it feels like there is some worrisome energy here. Bottom of the deck is the future for me. I feel like you're investing in yourself, and that's why you're deciding to just be honest and open and truthful. All right. Something that's not within your control here, Scorpio, is this kindred partnership. Tell me about this. Feels like you're making a best friend, or possibly you might be meeting someone who you see as a romantic connection. Now, the only thing that I'm looking at as I look at this is that the kindred partnership comes first, and then we have this in this love area here. We have not for you, and we have be open to change. So let's see how that works out. Tell me about Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We've got the 4 of Pentacles, and we've got the Queen of Wands. That tells me that you've met somebody that you're not telling someone about. The Queen of Wands to me can be the other person, the other woman, the other man, right? The person, feminine or masculine, the one that you're attracted to, the one that I feel that you don't tell people about. The 4 of Pentacles is here. Maybe you speak to this person. You don't tell others that you've met someone else that you're speaking to. I feel like you're trying to hold yourself back from this person because they are very attractive. Their energy is very attractive. They're very independent. They don't really need you. I think you're trying to hold back from this person here. I think this is a period of time when you're getting to know somebody really well. Feels like there's a lot of communication and questions. It's like, how can I say? It almost feels like somebody here is trying to stay on point. Like you can see someone here is on the tightrope, right? So it does feel like somebody here is trying to stay on the straight and narrow here. So I feel this kindred partnership is benign. Like it feels like for some of you, this is a kindred partnership that maybe you're like attracted to this person or attracted to their energy, but maybe you're just not telling your partner that you're speaking to them or telling your friends if you don't have a partner. But it does feel like this is a time of exploration, or that you're very curious about getting to know the Queen of Wands and who that person is. That person is someone who has quite a history. They've been through a lot of really tough things in their life, so they do have a lot of wisdom. So I feel like you're trying to keep in balance with, I'm already with somebody. I don't really want to fall in love. I just really want to have a good friend that I can speak with. I think that we are kindred spirits, and maybe we should explore that. I feel like you're very curious about this person. There's a lot of conversation back and forth here. We do have the Queen of Swords, and we have the 9 of Cups. So I feel like this person might be somebody that other people don't necessarily warm up to right away. This person might be somebody, I think that you're attracted to them because of their honesty. Because I feel like in the month of April, you're in this energy of getting the truth and speaking your mind and speaking the truth and telling people about your feelings and how you feel about things. And I think that the Queen of Swords is the ideal person for you to speak with, because that person is in the same sort of mind frame. This person is being truthful and honest, and it doesn't bother me if it bothers you. I just am going to be very honest and truthful with you. You see this person is passionate and fiery, and maybe you are physically attracted to them, but I feel like they're pulling you in. That's what it feels like. They're sort of pulling in your energy. And it comes to a place where I think that you need to make a decision here sometime in the middle of the month is, am I falling in love with this person? Are they going to be a problem in my relationship? And I don't think that anybody is trying to push their way into your relationship. I think that maybe you're not necessarily very happy, and this isn't for everybody. Please understand, it's not for everybody. You already know if this is for you just by me putting down these cards and talking about this. If this is not your relationship, I'm not telling you that there's something going wrong in your relationship. So I feel like the 9 of Cups is telling me that somebody, it really brings you happiness, contentment. It makes you happy when someone is honest and truthful with you, because there's no guesswork, and you don't like the guesswork. Bottom of the deck, we have Magician. It feels like this person is encouraging you to travel or encouraging you to look into the future, to look at what your future self could be, is what it feels like here. This person seems like magic, like they're kind of trying to pass on the tools, all the aces. Come on, you're at the beginning of something here. Like this person is encouraging and kind and truthful and honest. And so they are a kindred spirit that I feel like at this time is like a friendship, but it's also someone that maybe you might call beautiful, that someone that you are attracted to, maybe the inside or the outside, right? Let's talk about this financial situation here. Tell me about the finances for Scorpio. Tell me about finances for Scorpio. Tell me about finances for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. You are awakening. It's like you've got a side gig or something is taking off, or when you're awakening to the finances, it's like, okay, I got to knuckle down. It's time for me to knuckle down and figure out what I'm going to do about my finances. It's like you've been you've awakened yourself to a situation, and I don't think it's that you're not having a good time with your finances, but I feel like you want to be financially free, or you have figured out a way to make more money, is what it feels like. Yeah, you're motivated, is what it feels like. You've got a passion for something, and you're motivated to go through with it here. It almost feels like, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo energy, that you have a passion, or that some sort of spark, something has sparked your passion again. And it, in terms of, oh, I have this talent and maybe I could make money from this particular talent. Maybe you have a passion for music, or a passion for, playing instruments or painting or building things. Maybe you've never worked as a journeyman carpenter, but you're really good at building stuff. Like, it feels like there is something here that is a side hustle that I feel like you're awakening to, that is going to bring in more money. We've got the Queen of Cups, we've got the Sun energy, and we have the Knight of Wands. So I feel like this is the breakthrough month. If there is anything, Scorpio, that you have not done, that you've been feeling like you want to get into, I feel like this is the month for you to do it. This is the month where you will have passion and desire to awaken to your finances, and I feel like this is the breakthrough month for you financially. It feels like it's the breakthrough month. I feel like this water and fire is telling me that you're going to get balance. Your finances are going to heal. It feels like with this Knight of Wands energy that you found something that excites your soul. It feels like you're now going to take a risk. And I don't think you're acting out in a risky way, but I feel like you've had a breakthrough, that it's time for me to take a little bit of a risk for the thing that I always wanted to do. I really think, because all of this is coming up in the financial part here, that something here that you've got that is a talent, or something that you do, something that you can offer a company, or maybe a company you want to open yourself, I feel like it's going to awaken you to your financial situation, that it's time for me to try this. This is the month to do it for you. We've got the Six of Swords. It is movement, friend. You go from a place of maybe chaotic finances to a place that things are stabilizing. Let's talk about this. Be open to change. Be open to change in terms of relationship, platonic or romantic. And I guess I just want to say, if you're expecting your relationship to be the same at the end as when it was at the beginning, then maybe you're doing something wrong. Like, it feels like you're supposed to be open to change. And I feel like you don't like change so much, because you are a fixed sign. And maybe that's why it says here, not for you. Maybe you're not really open to change. Tell me about this for Scorpio. We have the Chariot. And we have you again, the King of Cups. We start with the King of Cups. We end with the King of Cups. Very interesting. So we have your energy here, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. We have Cancer here as well. It feels like you need to be open to change. I feel like you have been, if you're in a relationship, it feels like you're stuck in a place in your relationship. It feels like something's got to move forward. You need to have a victory. You need to have success in love. It feels like you are feeling very deeply about something that you're really not expressing on the surface. So it feels like you need to be open to change, that relationships are supposed to change. You're supposed to change and morph as we grow together. And I feel like it's time to get things in balance if you are already in a relationship. If you are not in a relationship just yet, I feel like you may be soon. The Chariot is here with the King of Cups. I always call this King of Cups the big dog, because that's the one who understands their feelings. They're emotionally intelligent. They anticipate your needs. The person who is always there for you, whether they are feminine or masculine. And I feel like this Chariot energy is telling me that something is coming to you that is quite balanced, but maybe still right now is under the surface. Somebody might be harboring feelings if you're not in a relationship. We do have the Nine of Cups, and we have the Three of Pentacles. So I feel like for those of you who are in a relationship, it's time to go deeper with the friendship. It's time for us to start recognizing that we're not only lovers, but we're also friends. And it's time to start doing things, teaching each other things. Look, if you're in a relationship and the other person's not teachable, that might be why you're feeling a little stuck or feeling like you've got to keep your feelings under the surface. We've got the Nine of Cups. It feels like if you are in a relationship, it feels like something's coming into an alignment this month. And it's a realization that maybe we need to play more. Maybe we need to get out amongst people, groups of people, new communities, new networks. We need to be more cooperative, more collaborative. Maybe you guys are living two separate lives, and it's time for you to be a little bit more collaborative about the things that you want to do in your life and what you want to see in the future. I feel like it brings you to wish fulfillment. It brings you, it feels like somebody here is feeling like, I'm happy, but are you happy with me? If you are somebody who's not yet in a relationship, it feels like you could be possibly coming into alignment with somebody who you meet in a social group or that you meet in a network. Somebody who I feel is a teacher is going to teach you something. And I feel like you're coming into alignment with this person. I feel like you feel as though they are wish fulfillment here. We do have the Judgment card. And we have the Two of Swords. Okay, so this is where it comes to the point, and I was saying at the very beginning that I thought maybe that some of you were in a relationship that maybe you're not necessarily happy in. And if this is you, then I feel like these last two cards I have dropped are really important for you to listen to, because Judgment is here. I feel like it's time for you to make one of the biggest decisions in your life as it pertains to your relationship. It feels like with the Judgment card, you're being called to go somewhere else or to do something. And I feel like that's why the Three of Pentacles has come up before the Judgment card, because I feel like you're supposed to try and get that person on board with you about the change that's coming. We need to take a different trajectory in our relationship, and I need to make a decision. Am I going this way or am I going that way? And I feel like it has to do with this person who has popped up in your life. And maybe you've known this person for a long while, but this person is somebody who is inspiring you to go after your passions, to be passionate, to open a business. Like, it feels like somebody who's outside of your relationship is somebody who is being very truthful and honest with you about, are you really happy or are you not happy? And if you're not, why aren't you going out and doing the things that really put fire in your heart? So I think if you are someone who is in a relationship, that you are making a very big decision about that relationship. And it is, maybe we need to play more. Maybe we need to get into a better community where we can go out and be amongst friends a little more instead of staying home and just looking at each other. I feel like if you are not in a relationship, that possibly for you, someone could be coming back round. Yes, it is Mercury retrograde after all. Venus is in retrograde as well. So it does feel like you might get another chance to make a decision that maybe you decided not to make back there. So for some of you, it feels like I have to make a decision here, right? Two of Swords is like, I've got to go with this person, maybe to the past, or should I go forward to the future? So I feel like you have some really big decisions that are coming up here. I don't think you can make a wrong decision. I think I've said this to you before, Scorpio. Whatever way you go, no matter which way you go, no matter where you go, this or that, whatever decision you're making, it's the place you're supposed to be, because you need a lesson there. Whether that's a lesson that you need to repeat because you didn't get it the first 5 times, or it's a lesson that's brand new. Wherever you decide to go is not the wrong decision. It's the best decision for you. Don't let people talk you out of making the best decision that is for you. Don't forget there is expansion here, right? Time to rest because expansion is here, pursuing bigger and greater endeavors. For some of you, that might mean business and money. For some of you, that might mean relationship. For some of you, that might mean that you're leaving this relationship to rekindle with someone else. We have twin flame energy here because somebody here is becoming self-aware and what they want for themselves. Treasure Island is out there. How are you going to get to it? And I think that's sort of the energy of this month. You're speaking your emotions and telling people what you want and what you need. I'm going to leave that there for you, Scorpio. Thank you so much for being here and watching. Happy April to you. Thanks for coming here and watching. I'm going to be back because I'm always back. See you guys tomorrow or on Monday. Take care. Bye-bye.